All right, man. The world didn't want. They didn't want. They didn't want to let me win. They didn't want to let me win. So I have to come back and go with my small ball. Got to go with my small ball with the simple setup. I couldn't be pretty. I was gonna play some music, get into my bag, get into my vibe and whatnot. They didn't want me to do any of that, so I gotta go. I gotta play small ball. Uh, anyway, but I'm gonna jump into it, man. I got some of the audio from Terence Bud Crawford. I ain't that advanced, bro. I ain't that advanced. They didn't want me. They kicked me out of the gym. But I'm getting ready to play these some snippets from Terence Crawford's interview yesterday, which he was on the Barak show on SiriusXM Fight Nation on the Barak show every day, noon to 2 p.m. Eastern time. I got about 6 different clips. I may or may not add some commentary to what is said, but I definitely wanted to come on and share. Definitely want to give those brothers their credit, for what they're able to do. I made a couple statements on here yesterday about what's considered new media, and the fact that there's no there's no honor among thieves. And I think that's some shameful stuff, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, on this first clip I'm getting ready to play, Bud is actually responding to Bob Arum's critics about him, or the fact, or the thought that he might be jumping ship to go somewhere else. That's what this first clip is about.
You know how I am. You know what I mean? It pissed me off because I'm one of the most loyalist persons that I feel, you know what I mean, to the core. And for him to go out and say some foolish shit like that, it kind of, you know what I mean, made me just look at him a whole totally different way. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. Like,
So that was the first thing. He did say that this pissed him off. This got him upset that Bob Arum came out and spoke of him in the way that he did. You see some of the other cats out there in the promotional game, Dana White, Eddie Hearn, a couple others saying how disrespectful it is. You see some of the channels picking up with how disrespectful it is. That was him. What's up, Junior the Truth? That was him getting into the fact that, speaking on his loyalty. That's a big part of this thing. When we go to pointing fingers at either side, it's a lot of loyalty in this thing, and it's a lot of comfort and convenience. But let me jump into this next one. He clarifies, my note was he's clarifying some past statements. Let me jump into that one now.
listen, on it, I never not once said I was jumping ship. I was leaving top rank. I was motherfucking anything. You know what I mean? So all these fucking interviews, I mean not interviews, but these little headlines coming up, Terence Crawford leaving top rank for PBC and this and that. I don't know where all that fucking came from. I never not once told any reporter that I was leaving top rank for PBC or anything. Every time they asked me any question, I said I'm with top rank right now. Yeah.
So that was kind of him cleaning up. Probably speaking to him popping up on The Last Stand with Brian Custer. I know me and my man Latoris Harrison had different interpretations of what was said on there, but that's him speaking to that to some degree. What I'm getting ready to get into now is Bud talking about Bud's popularity relative to the other people on the other fighters on the top ranked roster. You can see it's some statements followed by a little bit of backpedaling or vacillating and whatnot. Not Vaseline. Let me say that. But I'll let you check it out. This is what he says about his position and his status with Top Rank relative to the other fighters that are on there. You know who they are.
Listen, I got a lot of things going through my head right now, you know what I mean? But I don't really like to talk about it because I never was the type of person that put my business in the streets. You know, if So I just got. Yeah, he's talking about Lomachenko. I'm talking about whoever. I'm not just singling him out because he's not the only fighter in the stable. I'm talking about whoever.
So that's him talking about, that he does the best numbers for Top Rank, implying that, how can you come for me in any kind of way when I deliver, whenever you give me a fight. So he's talking about that right there. This is a response. This next snippet is a response to Bob Arum, where he was actually saying that Terence Crawford needs to go out and promote the way that Mayweather did, the way that Pacquiao did, the way that Lopez did, and I think even maybe a Shakur Stevenson. So that's what's getting ready to get into right here.
Well, that's not my job. I'm not a promoter. I'm a fighter. I get paid to fight. I don't get paid to promote. He get paid to promote. You know what I mean? That's why he's my promoter. He's supposed to promote me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when you looking at somebody saying, "Oh, well, he's hard to promote," why? Because you don't promote me like you promote everybody else. You know what I mean? I wasn't even going to talk about this shit. You know what I mean? But y'all my boys, I can give y'all the little.
So, like I was trying to say yesterday with some of us YouTubers, we just not in the circle, man. So you got to deal with these scraps, and find a way to get your content. But it is what it is. Here's where this next clip, Bud is getting ready to get into kind of his feelings, his real feelings on how he's been treated over there. And I'll reiterate that despite the fact that he is voicing his displeasure on, the priority shown towards him over there, he's still not talking about going elsewhere. But I'll let you hear it. Here he is talking about being set up.
Listen, I always felt like I was set up from the jump. You know what I mean? So they didn't have to pay me the money that I deserve. You know what I mean? He talking about money where I used to take pay cuts because I didn't care about the money. I just knew where I was going. You know what I mean? I didn't care. I knew I could whoop these motherfuckers' ass. So I was like, all right, I'll take the $2 million to fight fucking Victor Posto, even though I felt like that was a fucking big fight. I should have got more than that. You know what I mean? But I'm going to fuck him up anyway, and then I'm going to get more on the next fight. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I always took pay cuts because I knew, I had to do that to get to where I wanted to go, and I was undisputed. Well, he always says that
I only got one more clip. After this clip, keep in mind that this interview is like 10 or 15 more minutes on there. Way too much integrity. Way too much integrity. But, that's how he's built. This last one kind of details him talking about where things jumped off, where he really started getting pissed off about how he was being treated, the lack of promotion. I know me and Latoris Harrison, we exchanged a couple text messages on that. I just want to know what promotion is. I just want to know what it is and what it isn't. Because some people on here in social media talking about promotion, I don't know what the hell they're complaining about one way or the other. But anyway, he's talking about the Postol fight. No, he's talking about going to pay-per-view, and he's kind of defending his pay-per-view numbers and the bad rap that he's gotten for how poorly Amir Khan did. And here's his his reasons why it did like it did.
Because I deserve it. I didn't took too many pay cuts in my career to just go for the minimum now. No, you don't pay me what I'm worth. I always felt like I got set up for the simple fact that when you go back to the fight with me and Postal, they never really promoted that fight and put no money in the promotion of that fight, being that they didn't run it on pay-per-view for one. For two, they told me didn't nobody know who Victor Postal was in the United States. He was just a Ukraine fighter that, you know, people wasn't gonna buy into. I said, why? You as a promoter, you gotta make this man exciting for people to want to buy the pay-per-view. So they was like, well, we got a budget. They always hit me with this budget. We got a budget, so we're not gonna put in such money when we know it's gonna be a failure. So, you know what I mean? That was the first one. You know what I mean? If you go back and you look at the pay-per-view with American, everybody want to talk about how bad the American fight did. You know what I mean? When you go back, it was promoted 1 week. 1 week, Lomachenko, that's when they started. Lomachenko fought 1 week prior to me. They didn't know how much the pay-per-view wasn't even on sale, for one. They didn't know how much the pay-per-view was going to be. They was trying to figure out the networks and how was they going to do it with the ESPN, because this was the first pay-per-view that ESPN did. So they used me as a stepping stone to start.
All right, so like I said, out of respect for those other brothers' platform, I'm not gonna get into the rest of the interview. I do think right now on DAZN's YouTube channel, I think they're playing some of the audio or some of the video over there, because it was audio and video. So if these last couple people over here want to go, you know, you might be able to catch that over on DAZN's YouTube channel. Only was bigger waste of marketing. As far as fame, friendliness, and talent. Yeah, you know, so that's kind of some of the stuff that I was talking about. He had another part in there yesterday where he said, what the hell does Manny Pacquiao do? When you're talking about him promoting himself, what the hell does he do? He said, it was funny. It was legit funny. But he said, well, he just sits there and smiles. And he said something in kind of like imitating Manny Pacquiao. That was kind of funny. But other than that, man, I thought it was him kind of opening up and speaking on some things and speaking for himself. The one thing that I say before I get on off of here, you know, but where the hell is Brian? Where's Bomac? Where's Brian McIntyre in all of this? That's his trainer and manager. That's his partner, his business partner. Why isn't he having these discussions with Top Rank? Why is he? What is he doing besides holding the pads and being the barker? What do they call it? The crowd barker or whatever at the weigh-in. What the hell are you doing? You know, that's your job. This man shouldn't be. Another thing that Bud, I mentioned this last night, but Bud said that right after that part right there, he said he was checking out. He went to jump on Hulu, and there was on the landing page for Hulu. Exactly, for Hulu, he said Lomachenko's fight. They had an ad on there, and then he said he went to get on PlayStation, and he said Lomachenko had an ad on there too. I can't remember who Lomachenko was getting ready to fight, but I think Lomachenko fought on April 12th, 2019, and then Bud fought on April 20th. So I think that was a Friday night fight, and then the next Saturday was Bud's fight. And he just saying, you know, he's looking around. And that's another thing. Like he just said, you know, we assume that a lot of these people in a lot of these positions know what they're doing. Whether it's the GM of your football team, the GM of your basketball team, John Skipper when they went to make the deal to pitch to Deontay Wilder. I mentioned on another video how rushed another John Skipper failure when he elected to put Michael Smith and Jamel Hill on the 6 o'clock Sports Center. And Jamel Hill was on the Vlad TV talking about how rushed that change was made and that they didn't even know what the direction of the show was going to be. It was all this. You just wouldn't think that type of planning, poor planning, lack of planning. You wouldn't think that you would have all this money invested in this event. You sitting here talking about you losing money on the man, but you're not taking care of your side of the business with having the pay-per-view set up properly. So these are things that he seriously needs to look at if he's going to continue being with the team after whatever is late October or the next fight or whatever. But again, I'm going back to Bomac. Like, Bud should just be training, being the disciplined fighter that he is, being a professional, getting ready for his next assignment. Bomac should be in there cracking the whip and being Damon Dash. He should be up in the boardroom asking what the hell is going on. Why aren't these things looking right? Bud said something about he didn't have no posters. You know, from the Amir Khan fight a week before, he said he didn't even have no posters. So, you know, Bob can get on with Lance Pugmire and Coppinger and whatever else, and get on the microphone and say his side of the thing, his side of the story. But you know, that's unsat. That's completely unsat. But you too busy working on Lomachenko's light show? I was at the fight Lomachenko and Linares at Madison Square Garden. They came out there with some The Matrix. The lights all throughout the building was like The Matrix and everything. I was impressed. Bud just come out there with whatever rapper music. Actually, he came out there to Shaka Khan or something the other week. And I get it. That's in the bubble. But now, what I've said before, you know, in defense, what time is it? I got to get off here. You know, I can't lose my job. So, the one thing about it, though, you know, Top Rank is sitting here looking at, they do have the data, I would think, to make a determination of how much money we put in, how much extra money would we put in, what would be the bump from from the last fight to this fight. And I'm guessing that at some point, you know, it's easier for them to see if we spend X amount of money on Lomachenko, there's Y amount of return. And if we put in an amount of money above that, those numbers go up exponentially. But it seems like with Bud Crawford, there probably is a point on there, especially with the opponents that you're getting. It probably is a point to where it doesn't make any. Barbershop Nat Turner probably doing all kinds of militant boxing videos about this. Not Nat. But anyway, man, I'm trying to make too much sense out of this. Basically, you either got to do right by the man or let him go. And maybe this is the first steps of Bud trying to take control and maximize his last 2 to 3 years. And he's caught in a bad situation because a lot of the flack that he catches is in part to, you know, a lot of people don't like who he's with. That's a part of, and that's a legit concern for those that don't really like Top Rank. But again, you got to be somewhere. I don't think, definitely Bud is not in the same boat. I've mentioned this before. You know, somebody like and even Latoris Harrison texted me 2 days ago. It's only 2 or 3 guys that can call their own shots. That's the fact of the matter. It's only 2 or 3 guys that can really get out on their own and call their own shots and be a high roller, dog. Like I was saying from training day, it's only Canelo. I mean, AJ does his thing because he's a heavyweight in part, and then he's got a whole island. You know, he's got a whole country in the UK, I guess. That works for him. But right now, if Bud was out on the street, could he come right in with this just as an example? Because it just happened. Could he come out and get $7 million like Mikey Garcia did from DAZN and Eddie Hearn? Could he get that type of bag to go fight whoever if he stepped out on his own? I don't think that would be the case. But anyway, I've been on here too long, man. I just wanted to come back, play some of the audio that stood out to me. Keep in mind, like I said, there's another 10 or 15 minutes of the interview that's out there somewhere. If you have SiriusXM, you can check it out on demand. If you go and look up the Ak and Barak show, you can listen to the whole thing. You can check their social media accounts. I don't love them brothers that much, so I'm not getting ready to tell you what their IGs are, but you can check them on IG. They might have some clips over there, some snippets over there. And then, like I just mentioned, over on DAZN's YouTube channel, they've been putting video up of these interviews, these daily interviews from the Ak and Barak show. They've been putting them up over there. You might be able to see some of the parts of the Terence Crawford interview over there. I'm tired of working for every damn body, man. But check that out. Anyway, let me get on out of here. Have a great day. Like I said, man, bite down boxing. Don't let them count you out. Pay me no mind, sports and entertainment. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.